Niharika was a girl fascinated by the mysteries of the human mind. She often wondered, what really goes on in our brains, and why do we sometimes trick ourselves? One evening, she was sitting in her room among books and notes when a strange dream took over her mind. She found herself trapped inside a vast maze. But this wasn't just any maze, it was a mirror of her own mind. As she walked deeper, she realized that every door and corridor was linked to her childhood memories, fears, and dreams. In the first layer, she reached her childhood self, 8-year-old Niharika, scared and alone for the first time. Suddenly, her younger self came alive before her. She realized that many of her present fears and anxieties were connected to that long-ago moment. At that very instant, a mysterious guide appeared, appearing only as a shadow. The shadow said, "Your mind sometimes traps you. If you understand the reason behind your fear, the way forward will reveal itself." As she continued through the maze, the walls began reflecting her old dreams and hidden desires. Niharika realized that the subconscious mind, the part we rarely notice, controls our thoughts, decisions, and reactions. She entered a room where all her old fears, false beliefs, and suppressed dreams confronted her. She remembered how she had held back her talent in class, afraid of making mistakes. The shadow said, "Your subconscious thoughts hold you back, but once you recognize them, facing them becomes easier." Taking a deep breath, Niharika resolved to confront her fears head-on. Soon, she came upon 3 doors. The first represented her fears and insecurities, the second her anger and resentment, and the third her dreams and aspirations. She opened the first door. Facing her old fears and failures, she realized that fear was merely a signal, not a warning. Suppressing or denying fear wouldn't work, understanding and accepting it was the real solution. Next, she opened the door of anger. She faced her frustrations, resentments, and jealousy, realizing these emotions were only the echoes of past wounds. Once understood, they could transform into positive energy. She saw how every burst of anger reflected her experiences and the behavior of others. She decided that from now on, she would manage anger by understanding it, not by suppressing it. Finally, she opened the door of dreams and aspirations. Here, she felt the true purpose of her life, using her knowledge and experience to help others. She remembered how often she had suppressed her dreams due to fear or the opinions of others. Now she understood that freeing her dreams wouldn't just let her grow, it could inspire and uplift others too. As she walked further through the maze, every wall reflected moments of her past, laughing moments, tears, victories, and regrets, all merging into one overwhelming vision. Niharika understood that every experience in our mind has layers, and understanding these layers is the key to mental strength. She reached a room where the past and present intertwined. She saw how her fears had stifled her creativity, how anger had created distance in relationships, and how suppressing her dreams had pushed her away from herself. But she also realized that acceptance and awareness could change everything. The shadow softly explained, "When you recognize your fears, anger, and dreams, your mind learns to balance itself. That's true power." Niharika understood that every corridor and door symbolized the emotional energy inside her. Fear was merely a warning, anger a signal, and dreams the compass guiding her life. As she reached the final part of the maze, she felt the path open up. She knew now that ignoring or suppressing fear never works, understanding and embracing it is the true solution. She took a deep breath and felt ready to face her life with complete self-confidence and inner peace. Back in real life, Niharika noticed her thoughts were clearer, her decisions balanced, and her emotions controlled. She realized that true courage is not about defeating fear, but understanding and accepting it. Now, she not only understood her own fears and emotions but could help others navigate their mental challenges as well. Niharika began making small but powerful changes in her life. She recognized subconscious thoughts in daily decisions, discovered the root of every anger and worry, and directed her mental energy positively. She also taught others that facing fear and emotions is the ultimate strength. She started practicing daily reflection and mindfulness, ensuring her mind remained clear and balanced. She learned that every mistake, every fear, every challenge was an opportunity to learn. She now understood that fear, anger, and worry are just signals. When recognized and understood correctly, they can become tools for growth and guidance. The lesson of the story is clear: our mind may seem like a maze at times, but if we confront our emotions, fears, and aspirations, we can find our own path through life. Understanding and accepting fear, anger, and uncertainty is the real power. Niharika moved forward in life with confidence, dreams, and mental strength. She realized that the solution to any problem or fear lies within, and by understanding oneself, anyone can navigate even the most complex mental maze. She learned that fear, anger, and anxiety are just signals, and by recognizing them, we can unlock the full potential of our minds. From that day onward, every decision Niharika made, every challenge she faced, was guided by this understanding. She knew that true freedom comes not from avoiding fears or suppressing emotions, but from exploring, understanding, and mastering the mind. And with that mastery, life became a journey filled with courage, clarity, and purpose.